Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Legend. This is my very first YouTube commentary, so please cut me some slack. This is a gameplay on hardpoint raid of me going 55 and 17 against the 9th seeded team for MLG Anaheim, Team Impulse. I just go completely nuts against them. But let's not talk about the gameplay. Let's talk about more of what the YouTube title would mean. What does it mean to be an unknown amateur gamer? It means you have so much skill as a player and so much potential, but no one knows of you and nobody's going to give you that chance. But let's go into detail of why you're not getting that chance. You haven't proven yourself yet. You haven't done anything good or well known enough to even giving you that chance. Meaning like you haven't won a tournament yet, you haven't won a LAN, you haven't even done well in a LAN, you probably even never even went to a LAN. By what I mean, like proving yourself, you have to do well against top teams, and maybe you sign up for like an ICN every now and then, and maybe get into the semifinals or the quarterfinals. That's proving yourself, but doing that one time is not gonna get you anywhere. You have to stay consistent with your placing, stay consistent with your gameplay. Like say you're a Slayer, you're not always gonna drop 40 or 50 bombs, but don't be going negative every game. That you can't consider yourself a Slayer if you're going negative every game. I know stats don't mean everything, but people do judge you off that when you're an unknown amateur gamer. Like that's how this community is. They'll judge you all the time about your stats. I mean, Fizzerb just came out with a video actually saying don't look at stats, go into theater. What he was smart about that, because just because you might have done bad, that doesn't mean you're the one that lost yourself a game. But your teammates that might have been kill whoring and not going for the objective and flipping spawns on accident just because they wanted to go chase a kill. Don't look at stats. That's not the reason why you lost or the reason why you're doing bad. It could be the teammates around you that's making you do bad. Continuing off that, everyone has their chances. You're not gonna get that chance every now and then, but you're gonna have to recognize them. But I'm gonna have to say, watch out for Twitter, because it will give you some false confidence. Say, prime example, drops one. Oh, hey, they dropped Clo. I wanna hit them up. Don't do that. No, don't do that. It's a waste of your time. It's gonna give you false confidence of saying, oh, they might hit you up. They're not gonna hit you up because you haven't done anything to prove yourself. Get turned on history. You haven't done anything to prove yourself. They're not gonna hit you up. And so don't even try posting on their Twitters and saying, hit me up. Like, I did that posting on Burns' Twitter, and I posted on a few other people's Twitters, and like it really did give me a false confidence. Like I'm like, oh, maybe I might get this chance, No, don't. It gave me some false confidence in hopes that they would hit me up. Like I actually turned on a few team offers, which was stupid on my part. I know, but I turned on some offers because I thought I was gonna get hit up by a few teams because they posted. But I was wrong. Yeah, there are going to be chances on Twitter, like, hey, we're having open tryouts. That's very rare, though. Like, this community, that's all about who are known and what they've done as a player. And continuing off that, never give up. If you have never found a team yet, don't give up. I mean, I had a 5-month struggle of being a free agent. The reason why I was a free agent is because I couldn't find that right team, because a lot of the amateur players, trust me, they are good, but they are very selfish as players. Very selfish, and you just have to keep grinding and grinding and grinding as a player, and you will eventually find something. Stay humble. When you're an unknown amateur player, don't get an ego, because if you get an ego, they'll be like, why does this kid have an ego? He hasn't done anything. Why does he have this attitude? He's never won a tournament. Don't have an ego. Stay humble, and it'll land you in good places. Don't fold either. Don't fold under pressure. Don't fold into depression because you can't find a team. Yeah, I know it does sound kind of lame, but if you're grinding and grinding in this game for hours and hours at a time, you're going to get emotional for not finding a team and being a free agent. And I will have to admit, like, I mean, I did get sad for a couple of weeks, and I want to say back in March, because I mean, I was just getting completely frustrated and pretty depressed that I couldn't find a team, like, as a player, because I was always proving myself against like teams and always consistently do well. But like I said, like just because you're doing well against a team, that doesn't mean anything. Like you haven't proven yourself in a tournament or consistently against top teams. Like I only play like a top team like every now and then. Like but like once you get up to that level, like where you're consistently playing top teams, such as like Darren, prime example, and like the old Cloudburst, and which is now considered Eclipse. Like those known players consistently do well against them, then you'll finally get your name out there. What Invoke said to me honestly opened my eyes so much. You have to make your own opportunities and chances. What he means by that is you have to be consistently doing well against top teams, and you'll eventually get your chance. Like if you're doing well against a team that, like that is good, like such as like Glory, like or known players such as Glory at least, and Baker and Bloods and Rybat, like if you're doing well against those players and they start recognizing your skill over and over again, you might actually get your chance. That's what he means, making your own chances. You have to be consistent. Once you're consistent with your gameplay and consistently doing well against top teams, you're going to get your chance. Invoke was so wise with what he said to me, and it really did open my eyes, and I hope that the people that are watching this and listening to this right now, I hope you understand what he meant by that. You mean, like I said, like everybody has their chances. You have to recognize those chances, though. Like, you have to realize that you're not always going to get that chance right away. You have to prove yourself and why you want that chance, or why you need that chance. When you finally do make it into the bigger scene, like those the top amateur level, or be considered a top amateur, don't get an ego. That's the worst thing that you can possibly do. You have to remember your roots, and like I said, stay humble. Staying humble is the best thing you could possibly do. Because once you have an ego, it makes you come off as arrogant, and makes you come off as an asshole, and that's just never good. Like I don't know, I can't really explain too well, and it's just not a good identity that you want to go off of. Like having an ego is terrible. I mean, it's bad for finding a team as well, because people will look at personalities as well as gameplay. If you have a terrible attitude as a player, they're not going to pick you up, because egos are really hard to deal with, and it's frustrating to deal with somebody in games. Like they'll say like, "Oh man, I'm 30 and 15. You're 12 and 14. What are you doing?" It's really bad in game, and like you never want to team with somebody like that. It's just frustrating in game, and you'll get frustrated as a teammate, and it's just not a good thing to look upon as a player of having an ego. And there's a difference of having an ego and being confident. Like if you're confident with your skill, don't come off arrogantly. Like stay humble. Like I said, staying humble will prove a lot more to somebody, and you'll have a better attitude coming off towards other players. Recognize your true friends on Xbox, because I mean those people will support you on a good day, they'll support you on a bad day, and you'll never know what advice they'll give you. Like they'll always push you, and if you do like bad one day, like you're like, oh man, I just had a terrible day of scrimming. If they're a true friend, they'll pick you up. They'll pick you up where you left off. What that means, like, it's self-explanatory. Like, if you're having a bad day, they'll pick you up. Like, don't worry about it. It's just a bad day. One bad day of scrims. It happens to everybody. They'll pick you up. And recognizing your true friends, you'll never know what connections they'll have. That doesn't mean necessarily use them, but everybody knows someone or something, like as a top player or anything like that. They'll know somebody. Like Jukes, I can't thank her enough for somehow knowing Sim. Like, I don't know how she got in contact with him, but if she never knew Sim, I probably would have never even got my chance to playing with him. And I can't even thank Sims enough for giving me, Legal, and Omega the chance to be on Clockwork. But the reason why we are on Clockwork at least, is because we proved ourselves against top teams over and over again, like Quanic and Prime Example and other teams like that. But like I said, like you just have to make your own opportunities and stay humble. It's the best thing to do. I do want to give a shout out to Chris Uncut. If it wasn't for him, I would have never been in the position where I'm at right now. I honestly can't thank them enough, and I can't thank Jukes enough either. Like, I really do appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, and I hope you guys realize that. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like, and if you guys liked it, subscribe to my channel because I'll be coming up with more videos. Thanks for watching, you guys.